Hello everyone, it's been an absolute long time in the making, but we are back with some World of Tanks. Today we are going to be having a review on the T32. That rhymes, how great. Well, at first it's something to cry about. It is a really painful thing, and you must cry a lot. But the best gun on the T32, which is the T5E1, 105mm gun, this one, is the same gun, as a matter of fact, that you have on this gun. It's this one here, the best gun on the T29. It is also the best gun on the T32. And cry even more, once you reach the M103, this baby, the stock gun that you have on the M103 is the same one as this. It's the T29's gun. It is crap, and you cannot play. The T32, its gun, the T5E1, it is something to cry about, because in the T29 it's not too bad, because you're up against smaller tanks than you generally, and tier 8s aren't that much of a problem. T32s go up against tier 9s and stuff, and they have armor that is too thick for this gun to penetrate. And that's when you come with problems. These problems make you want to cry and quit the game. I quit the game at one stage because of the gun on the M103. Someone started raging at me so hard, and I just took it to heart. But the gun that you start with on the T32 is horrible. Don't even no, you actually have to play with it for a little bit, because in order for you to put this gun on, the tier 8 gun, the T5E1, you need to have the better turret. And in order to get the better turret, you need to get the better tracks. Without the tracks, you can't mount the turret, and then you can't mount the gun. And that is just not worth it. So you need to really just push it out and don't cry too often. So yeah. The hull on this tank is 125 at the front. That's the top glacis. 76 in the sides, and 51 at the back. That's just a normal American tank. Good at the front, crappy on the sides and back. The good turret, this one here, has 298mm at the front. So that gun mantlet here is 298mm, and literally nothing in any tier will go through it. Nothing. Well, unless you're talking about like tier 10s and stuff. But you won't go up against them very often. 197 at the side. Again, very, very, very nice. And 152 at the back. Still amazing. I have no idea why the gun on the T32 is slightly different. It is the same gun. I'll even have a look for you. So T32, T5E1, and on here, T5E1. They're the same gun, but they're slightly different. With the pen on the T32 is more, the damage is more, and that. The pen on this gun with AP is 198mm of penetration. That's nearly 200. That's pretty nice. Doing 310 average damage. The only drawbacks is the aiming time, 2.3 seconds, and the traverse speed, which is so slow. If you want to go any faster, you actually got to turn your tank to make it go faster. When you're playing the T32, you play it the same way as the T29. You play it hull down all the time, because the hull is only not very good, and signs are even worse and stuff. When you're in a fight where you are average tier or above, just huddle down it the whole game and just pwn them out, take them. But when you are low tier, so that's when you're like up against like tier 10s and 9s, if you like platooning and stuff like that, play like a slow medium. Always play like a medium whenever you're low tier, and it just doesn't work. It's the same on the M103. When you've got that gun, play like a medium the entire game. Always play medium. When you're up against a T32 that is in a hull down position, just ignore it, get out of its line of sight, or else it's just going to kick your ass every time. You're going to cry about it and everything. Just your main idea is don't face this gun, get out of its way, get to the sides or the back. These are the sweet spots where you will take a T32 down every time. Another thing for when you're up against a T32, don't let it face hug you. Don't let it face hug you, because no doubtably, when you're face hugging it, you'll be stuck like this, but your gun will not be able to go down to hit it in the frontal plate or this plate here. That is your only hope, is to hit this plate here, or else you're just going to be shooting into a 298mm of armor, and that's just not going to happen. Ammunition, I haven't actually got any on here. AP, APCR, and HE, just a little bit. I use HE for when you're up against TDs. If you're up against a TD, make sure you're shooting. Your first shot should when you're up against a higher TD, your first shot should sometimes be into its tracks, into its front cog, every time, because then that'll track it, and you're free to just get out of its way or get to the side of it and just face hug it in the side every time. So yeah, that's it. You'll now see some gameplay of the T32. Hello, and we're here with our gameplay. First things first, always have a look around, see what your plan is. My plan is to go that way because I know T32 works going that direction the best. Let's go. Turn around, drive. Now, I know that someone always goes this direction. Normally, it's a medium will run up along the hills on Oasis Palms. That we'll see in a little bit. What is it? It's an IS, I'm pretty sure, or an IS-3. Can't really see. But he spots a T43, and the worst thing about being spotted first is because of the noise that it makes. All the guns angle straight onto you, as if anyone can take a shot. So that's why you don't really want to be spotted first. Yep, T43, and as you can see, my gun goes straight to it, and everyone's gun is now pointing at that T43. Now, as you know, the heavies are slower, so they come up behind that tank normally. So, but I know that a hold down position generally works in this spot here. 2 more tanks spotted. Tank spotted over here. Easy 8. Easy gun, little tank. He's firing AP, so not much for me to worry about. I have a look around a little bit longer, and that was my hold down position for this part of the video. But now I decide, screw it. There's nothing much. Oh, I misfire. I actually wanted to turn, but I accidentally hit my shells.
Main gun damaged. We've lost accuracy.
I probably should fix this, but I don't really. Now I decide, screw it. We're gonna go in and we'll just take them all down. So I go straight into the ram, taking up. Now, face hugging on the T32 works very well. I'm taking a lot of hits and surviving somehow. Now, face hugging works very well on this tank because most guns don't have the suppression to be able to hit an actual weak spot on your armor. Unlike this gun, which does. So you just bang the T5E1 does a very good job of gun dispersion. We now continue to run, and I have no idea what the tank behind the guy at 6 was doing. But they all go down, and from here on out it's basically over. I'm somehow surviving. Somehow. In this game, you really need to make a decision on what you want to do first. But I'm trying to think about, should I go for the T34 despite my lack of health? Or should I go for the tank up there a bit? I try to take shots on him, I try to take shots on the other one, it just doesn't work out, so I end up just not doing anything for the rest of the match, basically. Look out, I noticed, I was going to take a shot at him, but then I remembered that, yeah, and I was thinking, if he kills the Tiger 2, I'll just kill him. But then Tiger gets him. And that ends the game. So, yeah. This wasn't too bad. Worked out pretty well. We won. We had a massive clusterfuck, but who cares? Time for the data screen. An awesome victory. Steel Wall and Spartan. 1,899 damage, which is damn good. I have a look back just because didn't really notice What badge did I add? Yep, and that basically ends it up here. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you learned something. Go play the T32. Make sure you get it so that end tier, because once you get the good gun on the M103, you are set. M103 will be the next tank I review, and thank you. This was World of Tanks Blitz with the one of last. And remember, always be last. Goodbye.